Hey everyone, it's your boy Zereph here, and today I'm recording a let's move the mic closer. Today I'm recording a tier list video. It's been a while since I've done one of these, but here today we're going to be ranking all the devil fiends, demon fiends, whatever you want to call them, from Chainsaw Man, based on their strength and their feats. I'm not going to delay. I'm just going to jump right into it. And starting, oh wait, let's introduce our special guest. It's Drip Matsuki. You know, she's getting her waves done. Just trying to get fly like your boys. Like, there should be no question about it. Let me put it right here. All right, let's jump right in. So here, starting at number 1, we have Pochita, who is easily going to be an S tier. Pochita pretty much is the embodiment of Chainsaw Man, I think. And I feel like later on they'll probably explain more about what Pochita is, because you look at this and then you put it in our protagonist, and suddenly it's just the strongest one that ever exists. Like, there has to be more behind it, especially considering people were hunting it. I believe this is the Zombie Devil. The Zombie Devil was the first one, or no, the second one we see in the series, and it controls all the mafia people. It's effective for, you know, large scale attacks, but against these other devils, it would probably land here at a D, and maybe that'll move. Here we have Power. Power in, let me see, do they have her other form? This is Power pretty much in base and post training. I think Power in base and post training would probably get a B. Power's mid tier. She's pretty good all around. She might not be the smartest, but her abilities are pretty good. The only issue would be is that she's held back by her own, you know, blood capacity, and if she uses too much, she's pretty much fucked. So yeah, I think she'd be at a B. I don't think she's worthy of A or S tier in this current form, because we've seen her pretty much get wiped to the floor with, like, by most people with minimal effort. But when she does need her time to shine, she shines. She's proven herself. Here we have the Bat Devil, which we were introduced to. It stole Power's cat. It was gonna eat her, and our boy Denji pretty much whooped his ass. I don't know. Bat Devil wasn't too impressive, honestly. He did cause some wide mass scale damage to the city. I guess we could put it at a C tier, because I think it pretty much would beat. It could stand up to any of the zombies that the Zombie Devil creates. So next we have the Fox Head. I'm blanking on the name. I'll put it on screen. But the fact that it could pretty much consume anything, and I think we saw it get cut open from the inside or blown up from the inside by somebody, and it still pretty much it could still be used and come back, shows how strong it is. I think it would pretty much go in A or B tier, but I feel like we haven't seen enough of it. I'm gonna put it in B tier for now, but I'm assuming the full body is very strong. If we're going on just the head, we've seen the head get pretty much, you know, wrecked before, but I'm gonna put the head at a B tier. Here we have the Eternity Devil. The Eternity Devil is actually really strong, relatively strong. I don't think most people on this list could kill it. Chainsaw Man just had the endurance that really took it out. If you don't know what this thing does, it pretty much locks you in and confines you to a space for pretty much all of eternity, or until you kill it. And the thing is, you can't kill it because it keeps its heart or its core away from the place it locks you in, and you can't go look for it because you're locked in it. What Chainsaw Man did was he kept attacking it until the pain was so much that it just wanted him to kill it. So strong, meaning most people on this list wouldn't beat it. They just starve to death or give in to whatever demands it has. So I think it's worthy of an A tier. It might move down depending on who goes into A tier. This devil, I'm blanking on the name, give me a second. This is the Ghost Devil. The Ghost Devil had some really impressive feats, considering it pretty much fought head to head with some very impressive devil hunters. I believe it was used by Himeno, I think that was her name, and she used it to do a bunch of things, from attacking people from a range without putting herself at risk, to constraining people, and even summoning the full body to fight, which was crazy and insane and impressive. But all in all, the Ghost Devil, I don't think has any super duper impressive feats. In fact, if you're not afraid, since it's blind, it can't do anything to hurt you. Even still, if it gets a hold of you, based upon what we've seen, you're pretty much fucked. So I'm gonna put that at a B, and I don't think you can see her attacks either, or at least when it was I don't think you can see it striking, but once it connects with this opponent, it can be visible, or when it's about to connect with this opponent, it can be visible. So I'm gonna put it at a B for now, and maybe it'll move up to an A or even move down depending on what we see here. The Future Devil. Now the Future Devil grants whoever uses it the power to see into the future slightly, but we don't know the actual power of the Future Devil itself. I think what we're gonna do here is we're going to create another tier. All right, we made a new list. I decided to put the Fox Devil down there as well as the Future Devil because we haven't seen them fight enough, or in the case of the Fox Devil, we haven't even seen its full body, but it seems very strong. It seems kind of like a Nine Tails type deal. Anyways, we have the Shark. I think this is the Shark Devil Man. The Shark Devil Man is actually relatively fast and relatively strong, but I don't think it is by far stronger than anybody above the C rank. It can pretty much convert its entire upper body. It converted its entire body to a shark and change its head and shape to that of a shark with, enormous teeth and very fast speeds. I think it can also swim through any surface, making it really, really strong and versatile. I think it easily beat the bat, but I don't think I can really see it beating Power. I think if anything, they would maybe be head to head for a bit, and Power would pretty much just make weapons and eventually kill it. Next up, we have the Violence Devil. Violence Devil is pretty strong. I think I'm going to put him on the same tier as our boy here. And I think I'm actually going to move this one down because I think they could easily beat this thing. It wasn't that strong. He just had a size advantage. And I think Denji beat it like no training, second time using his Chainsaw Man form. The Violence Devil can also take off his mask. And I think he either gets a power amp or some type of poison aura that pretty much... It wasn't said what it does, but we can assume that because they said never to take off his mask, that it would kill anything around him. Considering he was the Violence Devil, I expect them to be a lot stronger. Because if you don't know, in the series, the devils themselves become stronger depending on how much people fear things. Who doesn't fear violence? Who doesn't fear sharks? Who doesn't fear blood? I feel like those should be extremely strong. But maybe because stuff like Ghost and Eternity are so strong, they kind of dwarf the others in comparison. Next up, we have our Spider Devil. It seems as though the Spider Devil can't necessarily feel pain. The Spider Devil is pretty much a spider. One of its other benefits is that it can summon people, it seems, as well as become intangible and walk through walls. Not the strongest fighter, but all around still useful. We'll put her above these two at D. Next, we have the Angel Demon or Angel Devil. I'm sorry if I call them demons. It's just the whole theme is hell. They're devils. I keep on thinking about Devil Man. I probably called Chainsaw Man Devil Man. Who knows? But here we have our Angel Devil. The Angel Devil is incredibly strong. By just touching it, you can shorten your lifespan. I think that can easily put the Angel Devil at an A tier, if not an S tier. The only reason I say A tier is because I don't think we've seen the Angel Devil do any hand-to-hand considering its laziness. So we're gonna put it at A tier just because, let's say it just grabs hold of you, you're pretty much gonna lose. I think one of our characters grabbed the angel's hand to save it, and it took 2 months off from just like a 10-second conversation. So I think it's safe to assume that it would either go on A or S, but we're gonna leave it at A now just because. As I build the S rank, I'll probably be like, okay, maybe you don't belong here, or maybe you do belong here. Next, we have the Katana Devil. I thought it was a sword devil, but according to the fandom wiki, it's katana, but those don't like katanas. Anyways, Katana Devil, extremely strong. It survived being strung up and crucified by another devil. It fought head to head with I think that's his name. It fought head to head with Aki, I think that's how you pronounce his name. It fought head to head with him while he was using the sword, which after 3 stabs is supposed to just kill you. He survived that. And yeah, he fought head to head with Chainsaw Man as well and pretty much killed him the first time and almost killed him the second time. He's really, really strong, and I think he deserves a low A tier. Below Angel, just because if Angel were to even tap this dude's shoulder, he'd lose lifespan. Who knows how much he already had from being a devil in this field anyways. But I think he deserves an A tier, maybe a B tier, but I don't see anybody in B tier beating this specific devil. Next, we have the Bomb Devil, which is easily, in my opinion, an S tier. The Bomb Devil pretty much can turn any part of his body into a bomb and can regenerate from it like it was nothing, as well as throw limbs or even tiny pieces of his body which explode at what seems to be full force no matter the density of that piece. This thing obviously is explosion proof, extremely fast, and I think she almost even beat Chainsaw Man by like turning her legs into bombs, just doing all types of crazy feats that blew up entire buildings or city blocks. Do I even have to explain it? She's a walking fission, nuclear fission. So yeah, she's clearly gonna be an S tier. Pretty much everyone below this was either afraid to fight her or never got the chance to because they're deceased themselves. Next up, we have the Typhoon Demon. Was handled pretty easily by Denji, so I think we can put this boy at a B. Not that strong from what we saw. It was tearing apart buildings and it was a baby, but I don't think we saw any crazy feats or levels of destruction from this besides destroying a building or two. I don't think we saw any feats for this character. I'm swinging around right here, so we're just gonna put you over here. This character, I think her name is Pinksty. It's Chinese, I believe. So my enunciation won't be perfect. This character here can pretty much look at you and see what demons you have contract with. We don't know what she was a fiend or a devil of, but I guess that is relatively strong. We'll put her at the lowest tier just because we didn't see any fighting feats, I don't think. And if we did, they lost their fight. So here we have Cosmos Devil. Easily I'd put them below a bomb, but easily an S tier. Merely saying I think it's from speech, merely saying the word Halloween in a certain speech pattern can send the person to basically a domain filled with infinite knowledge, or the knowledge of everything. Upon learning this knowledge, which you're pretty much forced to do, you don't have a choice, so there's no way to avoid it or fight it. You will be stuck uttering and thinking about Halloween. There's no avoiding it. From what we saw, we had a character with part of the darkness devil, which is it eclipsed everyone on the list so far. From what we've seen, it eclipsed everyone on this list so far. It pretty much took someone who had a chunk of that inside their body and made them irrelevant. They no longer can fight. They're incapacitated merely from just saying the word Halloween, and by inserting all this knowledge into them to the point where their brain just couldn't comprehend. Easily an S tier. Honestly, if it were a physical fight, they lose, but we don't know how this thing works. Can it just say the word Halloween to you and it means something and it control your brain, or was it from a glance, or is it someone who's targeted specifically? We don't know. So I'm gonna put Cosmos Devil right there, because if you let that person even utter a word, you've lost. I don't think they named this devil, but this is the devil that made a pact with this is Santa Claus, a person who made a pact with the Darkness Devil and the Doll Devil. I think based upon that fact that they had a pact with the Darkness Devil and were pretty much able to fight up against pretty much everyone, I think that would put them clearly in a low S tier, if not a high A tier. We're going to put them in high A tier just because they lost to the Cosmos Devil. And I just don't see it beating anyone who can pretty much inflict enough damage upon it. Apparently, it can split its damage off to its other doll limbs, create infinite dolls. And when it's in the darkness, it gains a huge power amp. But like I said, if you're able to either do light or cast light upon it, like bomb can via explosions, which makes it weak, and distribute enough damage onto it that it can't distribute enough onto its other dolls, you pretty much have the formula for success. And of course, Cosmos can talk to it and say Halloween, done for. And of course, Pochita, who was Chainsaw Man, is who initially defeated it. Here's the one everyone wanted to hear about: the Darkness Devil. Darkness Devil is a S tier above S tiers. The Darkness Devil literally handicapped the entire main cast instantly, and it did it in a way that was so abstract and incomprehensible that I think a lot of characters, even in anime fiction, wouldn't be able to beat this creature just because they don't understand how it works, because we don't understand how it works, and we're the readers. We're not even in the show and we don't get it. It can utter a word that makes you lose all your limbs. It can make a frog croak that makes all your arms fly off. It can ring a bell that makes your body explode into pieces. It has a sword that can stab you without it doesn't even control the sword. The sword just floats around and stabs whoever it wants. It's literally one of the primal fears of mankind. Mankind has always feared darkness, from you when you're a kid to even when you're an adult. You don't want to be in the dark for too long. And this thing's introduction to its attacks are just insane. I think even our strongest characters, Chainsaw Man, I think our strongest characters, even Chainsaw Man, Mikama, Aki, were just. I think Aki was just so afraid that he just laid down on the ground and just wanted to accept death because he watched all of everyone just get instantly obliterated. There was nothing they could do. The only way for them to escape was to literally just get out of hell. Even Makama, I think is her name. Even Makama was just like, take us back to Earth. Like, I'm not. It literally, like, she points her finger at it and goes bang, and it hits it. And then she tries to do it again, and it breaks her fingers and then her entire arm. And she's like, you know what? Maybe we should leave, which was the best idea. I think that the Darkness Devil will be among one of the strongest in the series, and I don't think we'll see anyone take it down anytime soon, if ever. Next up, we have our protagonist, Chainsaw Man. I believe it's a Chainsaw Man. Yeah, that's Chainsaw Man. Chainsaw Man will go right below the Darkness Devil. I say that because Chainsaw Man, actually, let's put Pochita in unknown, and let's put Chainsaw Man right here. In his base form. I think he'd be able to beat anyone below this list, or rather, we've seen him beat anyone below this list. I think Angel might have an advantage over him, but just raw strength wise and feet wise, no. I don't think Chainsaw Man's gonna even let Angel touch him. He'll just shred him into bits. But like I said, if Cosmos gets out any word to him, if that's how it works, done for. There's nothing he can do in that case. But apparently, Chainsaw Man is the end all be all. Somehow he's the strongest. Apparently, humans really fear chainsaws, like more than darkness or maybe even death. Don't know the logic in that, but whatever. But Chainsaw Man easily can beat anyone below him. He even has a transformation, which we'll put him below her for now, because she could have maybe possibly beaten him, even though he beat her. It just all depends on the situation. I say they're even, which is why I'm going to put them side by side. Next, we have Makama. Makama, with all her control powers, I still don't think she could beat Darkness, just merely because Darkness, she has to do things, Darkness didn't have to even raise a finger, and it destroys your fingers, But I think easily with her control power, control devil powders, where she can pretty much make contracts without putting any risk to herself, she easily blitzes anyone on this list, at least in this form, compared to everyone else's current forms that we see here. Next up, we have the Gun Devil. The Gun Devil is a huge threat, and here's the thing that you have to realize. The Gun Devil is split into pieces by all the superpowers, as well as some pieces being inside of other devils. So this is like, I believe, this form here where it's an Aki is like a 20% form owned by the US. In that 20% form, I think it easily is the top of A tier. It's very fast, very agile. It can destroy entire city blocks in this form. It can destroy entire civilizations. It can destroy entire city blocks or even large towns in this form, and it does it fast. We don't know what form it used when the initial attack that was 5 minutes that took out, I think it was 12 million people or 1.2 million people in 5 minutes. But in this form that we saw fight against Denji, it was very strong. In fact, I think the only reason Denji won is because Aki broke through his the Gun Devil and pretty much just gave up and let Denji kill him. Here we have the Hell Devil, which I'm going to put in unknown, but if I had to put it on the tier list, I think I would put it above Cosmos, just because it can take you to the place with all the baddies, and it doesn't really have to fight you. It can just take you there and leave you there. So I guess technically it wouldn't win the fight, but you're incapacitated and you're probably going to die for someone else. So I'm going to put it in unknown because we haven't seen it physically fight, at least I don't think. But if I had to put it somewhere, it would go right here. Here we have Power, aka the Blood Devil, with their blood form. She easily would probably go right around here. But also, because we've seen her pretty much bypass the influence of Control, the Control Devil, Makama, I think she might be able to bypass Cosmos's influence. So we're going to put her above Cosmos for now, just off that intuition. In this form, she pretty much is super fast. She can control anyone's blood. She can create millions of weapons. It's just, she's insane. Imagine if you could control someone else's blood and make knives and stuff shoot out of it. You kind of already won, especially when these devils need blood in order to regenerate or to stay functioning or to use their abilities. So in that form, extremely strong, pretty much blitzes anyone below it. Maybe if you wanted to, you could lowball her, but she fought against Makima. Of course, she lost, but she fought against her, held her own, and all in all did a pretty good job in that fight. Here we have the Gun Devil in its main form. I believe this is still the 20%, but I think we get to actually see this form in action, and we see it just going around destroying places. This is the Gun Devil that I believe did the big feat of 5 minutes killing millions of people. Easily right here. I don't think it's stronger than Makima, but if this is like 20% or 25%, imagine 100%. Millions of people in 5 minutes. In an instant, it moves so fast that it breaks off pieces of it. It goes from the US, Russia, China, Japan, and it just bounces around, kills a bunch of people instantly, and then disappears. And that's like a 20% form of it. Like, I don't think I really need to explain how OP that is. And the craters and the damage it does is massive for that of a gun. Like, it looks like it should be the nuke devil. But we already have our nuke devil, but I'm sure there'll be a nuke devil and a bomb devil. Maybe they'll be different. Here we have Chainsaw Man with Pochita under control. I think in this form, easily beats Makima, even with all her powers. She pretty much was like, I don't think this is winnable. She said it herself. And this guy, she sent him to hell, and he fought his way out. Hell is the same dimension that had devils like the Darkness Devil, just waiting on beck and call for you to just your existence to upset it, and it would just spawn and try to destroy you instantly. That's what we're dealing with here. And it fought its way out, came back, literally sliced Makima up into pieces, went around town, had a good day, came back, sliced Makima into pieces, left again. And it's just insane that is one of the feats that he has. Makima, the person who can control anyone, controlled some of the strongest, controlled our angel, controlled our katana, controlled our spider, controlled our key, just controlled our bomb, controlled them all. And to some extent, she even controlled Chainsaw Man with, her charm and all her good looks and all that. So she's insane. But Chainsaw Man in his Pochita form, or the Pochita's control with like all the god armor, just busted. Dude's insane. So the last one on here, but not the last one on our list, because this tier list seems to be missing some. I'll have to add them in post, or who knows what I'll do. I'll figure it out. We have the Crossbow Devil. Very, very strong. I think easily would go up in the higher A tier, below the Gun Devil, but still high A tier. No, we'll put it below, because she fought alongside Chainsaw Man against our Darkness Devil, who was never really, I don't think they were ever named. This is the Santa Claus Devil. Fought alongside it, can pretty much shoot off giant spears and arrows in any direction. Super agile, super just, think about Katana Man, but if he shot stuff. I don't really know how to really describe the feats any better than that. The more I think about it, the more I think Angel should be over that, so I'm gonna put Angel over that, but even still pretty strong, on the same level as Katana Devil, but nothing too crazy or too impressive. And I'm just gonna look over this list and rearrange. I feel as though Eternity could go higher, because if you imagine these people stuck in Eternity, what would they do? I mean, well, these people are crazy enough to pretty much do the same thing that Chainsaw Man did, so we'll keep the list as is. This character will go into the unknown category. I don't think we saw them do anything. I think their name is Long. We didn't see them do anything. All right, on you guys' screen, you can see all the ones that I'm adding. I have to look over here to see them because I have them in my picture folder. Yeah, so here we have the Punishment Devil, which is the devil that Makima used against the Gun Devil. We can probably assume that the Punishment Devil was pretty strong, considering she used it against the Gun Devil and thought it was effective. So I think we can at least put it in mid A. The Cursed Devil. While the Cursed Devil did seem pretty strong initially, considering you get poked 3 times and you're guaranteed death, I'm not really sure, because the one time it was actually used, or the few times it was actually used, the person somehow evaded the death that the Cursed Devil was supposed to implement. Either way, I think the Cursed Devil should be high B tier. Seems pretty strong. It just guess it was used on all the wrong opponents. Stone Devil. Pretty much anyone who walks into the radius of the Stone Devil or whatever is supposed to be turned to stone. Yeah, I guess it could be a low B tier or maybe even a high C tier. Not really sure. It just doesn't seem very practical or very strong, considering from what we know you have to be close to it. And also it got killed instantly by the Darkness Devil. Next we have the Snake Devil. We don't know much about this one either. We just know that it's huge and can consume anything pretty much with its jaws, or anything organic with its jaws. I think it comfortably can sit in low B tier, probably near Typhoon and the Ghost Devil. And last but not least, we have the Octopus Devil. So this dude seemed pretty strong, and I think he's still alive in the series. The Octopus Devil, or the Octopus Devil, Devil Man, because I believe their body is relatively strong. It can produce ink. He has very great hand-to-hand. In fact, he fought head-to-head with the Crossbow Devil, which is said to be the strongest physical fighter in the world. They said if you put a bunch of people in the ring against this person, they whoop your ass. Plain and simple. That's it. No questions about it. Based on that, actually, maybe I should move you. Yeah. She needed help to fight Spider Doll lady. So, whatever. But they said in hand-to-hand, no one could beat her. And the Octopus Devil, actually, he got beat the first time and came back and said, you know what? Try me with that again. And he actually landed some hits on her. But he did admit that if he got hit head on, he'd lose. So I think he'd go below the Angel Devil, but above Katana Man, just because, Katana Man. And that's it for our tier list. I do want to do another video about this show that's more in depth. I want to really, or I call it a show. I want to do more videos about this manga and be more in depth about what things I like, the things that I enjoy, and things that confuse me, and even the things I expect going forward. But for now, I hope you guys enjoyed this strength tier list. I am going to do videos going in depth on the characters I do enjoy, as well as theories too, if they'll be resurrected, what they'll be doing in the future, and maybe even some future power-ups. We'll see. If you enjoyed this video, like and comment. If you didn't like it, comment down below why you didn't. It's your boy Zereph signing off. Peace. Thanks for watching.